Hey there, TRASTRA fans. Things in the Cryptoverse are getting weirder by the minute. Forbes published a list of 17 blockchain billionaires, and Changpeng Zhao, CZ, is still number one. How is this possible? I have no idea. The guy is about to be sentenced criminally, yet he's not sanctioned in any way other than this passports being revoked business. It's just crazy. I mean, he's got $33 billion or something. I have no idea where he stores that fortune. It's definitely not in crypto. Anyway, there's some Tether people on the list as well. Tether, a company that basically prints counterfeit digital dollars, and we let it. What do you know? The top two executives at Tether are billionaires now, and they're also on the list. Overall, the list is a stark reminder to anyone who still thinks that crypto is this great democratizer. Well, it's not. It has its own billionaires club now, and if you want to be in it,
be first, be smarter, or cheat.
They're a little classic movie memorabilia for you. Ripple stablecoin's been making headlines all throughout last week. We'll unpack a few things there. There's also an interesting Wall Street Journal report regarding lawmakers' involvement with crypto, some fascinating stuff. We'll also be unpacking Binance Holdings' strategic move to appoint its first board of directors. We'll discuss Google taking legal action against two individuals behind a sham cryptocurrency app scam. There's also ClearBank's groundbreaking profit report, their Coinbase's payments processor. So if you were unable to cash out recently, you know who to blame. Bank for International Settlements, the infamous BIS. Their ambitious project Agora is also on the docket today. BIS is a highly secretive organization, so it's kind of cool to talk about it. Obviously, not many details are made public, but it's interesting to talk about it. There's some news from South Korea. Basically, they're going to have parliamentary elections in 2 days. And given the country's population's heavy involvement with crypto, politicians on all sides make gigantic promises to lower taxes here, legalize this and allow that. Very interesting. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get started. Forbes published a list of blockchain billionaires with 17 investors and entrepreneurs now flaunting 10-digit fortunes. This dramatic increase is obviously attributed to Bitcoin's all-time high of $73,000 per coin, $73,000, that is American, and 170% boost in the total cryptocurrency market value, now adding $1.6 trillion over the past year. Among the incumbents, we see Changpeng Zhao. I've already talked about that. Binance's founder, whose personal wealth soared to $33 billion, despite legal challenges, making him the wealthiest individual in the cryptoverse. MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor, obviously, is also on the list, and Coinbase's Brian Armstrong, whose net worth jumped significantly thanks to Coinbase's stock performance. However, there are some interesting newcomers on the list, people like Tether's Giancarlo Devasini and Paolo Ardoino. Blockchain veterans like Winklevoss twins and Jed McCaleb marked their entry into Forbes' crypto billionaire rankings, although it's beyond me how the Facebook twins managed to get on the list given the amount of shit they had to eat in 2023. It's amazing. In short, it's an utterly fascinating reading. I'll drop the link to the description, although you probably won't see any true revelations from Forbes, but sometimes it's good for, staying informed. So check it out. Binance Holdings has announced its first ever board of directors amid efforts to refurbish its business following a guilty plea to U.S. anti-money laundering and sanctions violations charges last year. As of March 7th, the board comprises 7 members, notably some guy named Gabriel Abed, former Barbados ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, is the chairman. Quite a crypto player, I guess. Joining him are Binance CEO Richard Teng, obviously, and 3 early team members with unpronounceable names, so you probably don't know who those are anyway, so I'm not going to include it here in the report. But external voices include Arnaud Ventura of Gojo and Company, some BS shop that still, even in this day, flaunts financial inclusion, and Jing Wang of Bayview Acquisition Corporation, another marvel of financial engineering. Google blank check company. That's what it is. Bayview Acquisition Corporation is a blank check company. Google what that is. It's a fascinating concept. Pure tech financial engineering. So critics note that the board's insider-heavy composition may signal continued resistance to external oversight, despite its creation being a move towards regulatory compliance. Still, I guess Tang wants a more structured corporate presence, yet the company's global headquarters remain unannounced, and there's still this looming Changpeng Zhao sentencing. To be perfectly honest, I can't fathom how this guy is not sanctioned yet. I mean, he's at number 1 on the crypto billionaires list while awaiting criminal charges in the US. Mind-boggling. Google has taken legal action in New York, suing 2 Chinese individuals for engineering an elaborate scam through Google Play. Since 2019, Yongfang Sun and Hong Dong Chung, I'm sorry if I botched their names, allegedly siphoned thousands from unsuspecting victims using sham cryptocurrency apps, duping the users and the fraudulent investments. This racket leveraging fake fingerprints and romances has led to significant losses, with Google identifying and shutting down 87 counterfeit apps, affecting nearly 100,000 users globally. Wow. Folks, use TRASTRA. 7 years on the market, more than 100 years of combined experience in crypto. Do the math. Just find an app and stick with it, for God's sakes. Coinbase's partner ClearBank posted first full year of profit as revenue almost doubles. The bank reported its revenue surged by 91%, culminating in a pre-tax profit of 18.4 million pounds sterling. It's roughly 20,000 euros. Sharp pivot from the previous year's $7.1 million pound loss. So they lost 7 million pounds last year. They made 18 million pounds this year. That's fascinating. It's actually, ClearBank's first profitable year, mostly due to high interest rates and the spike in deposits, partly influenced by the Silicon Valley Bank debacle. I mean, against the Silicon Valley Bank debacle, ClearBank looks pretty good as a secure haven for fintech startups and venture capitalists. And they're going to go for the EU banking license, which is tough because of Brexit's ramifications on British fintech firms' EU market access. So it's a pretty amazing development. We'll keep following up on this one. I think it's important. The Bank for International Settlements, BIS, one of the world's foremost mysterious financial organizations, is initiating Project Agora to upgrade cross-border payments by tokenizing central bank money for leveraging smart contracts and blockchains. This effort involves seven central banks, including the Bank of England and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. It's a significant step toward the digitalization of money, contrasting with cryptocurrencies by emphasizing trust in central bank-backed digital currencies over decentralized and largely unregulated tokens. We'll see how that works out. In a move to capture votes in South Korea's parliamentary elections, major political parties are dangling cryptocurrency incentives, spotlighting the nation's status as a global crypto powerhouse. The ruling People Power Party, led by President Yoon Suk-yeol, proposes to postpone the introduction of digital asset taxes. On the other hand, the opposition Democratic Party is keen on removing restrictions on exchange-traded funds, including those for US Bitcoin that hold tokens directly. With over 6 million South Koreans engaged in cryptocurrency trading, representing more than 10% of the population, these proposals could sway a significant vote base in the April 10th election. Ironically, a jury found Terraform Labs and co-founder Kwan, a South Korean national, liable for defrauding investors in its civil case with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC trial started on March 25th without the attendance of Kwan, who remains in Montenegro while courts decide whether to grant his extradition. According to the verdict, jurors found Kwan and Terraform liable for 6 charges. They also determined that the platform acted recklessly in making false, misleading statements regarding the offer of sale of Terra USD, Luna, or Rep Luna. Here's a good one. The former head of legal and compliance for the multi-billion-dollar OneCoin fraud scheme has been sentenced to 4 years in jail after admitting she helped launder millions of dollars. In addition to her 4-year jail sentence, Irina Dilkinska was sentenced to 1 month of supervised release and ordered to forfeit $111 million as restitution. United States District Judge Edgardo Ramos reportedly denied Dilkinska's request to avoid jail time and return home to care for young children in Bulgaria. She's Bulgarian. In the meantime, Ruja Ignatova, the OneCoin personage, is still missing, probably laying in a ditch somewhere. I'm saying this because I strongly believe that in this world, there's no way for you to hide if you'd stolen 3.3 billion American dollars, period. At any rate, the story of OneCoin is an awesome spy novel. I recommend you to do some reading on your own. It's great, fascinating stuff. Ripple is set to launch its own stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, directly challenging giants like Tether and Circle. This initiative comes after Ripple faced a lawsuit from the SEC in 2020 for selling its XRP cryptocurrency without appropriate registration. Ripple's stablecoin promises a one-to-one backing with US dollar deposits, government bonds, and cash equivalents detailed in monthly attestation reports, though the auditing firm remains unnamed. Auditing firm? Really? Seriously? CEO Brett Garlinghouse expressed confidence despite fierce competition, citing Ripple's regulated status across multiple jurisdictions as a key differentiator. This move is partly in response to market instability seen in the depegging incidents of Tether's USDT and Circle's USDC. Tether, currently the largest stablecoin issuer with a $106 billion market cap, welcomed Ripple's entry with a hint of skepticism. Ripple's stablecoin also aims to complement its XRP ecosystem, addressing community requests for a dollar-backed option on the XRP ledger. And finally, according to a Wall Street Journal report, Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming and Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania are the only U.S. senators with investments in cryptocurrencies. As members of the very influential Senate Banking Committee, which plays a crucial role in regulating banks and coinage, their involvement in crypto has sparked conversations about potential conflicts of interest. Loomis, a vocal advocate for cryptocurrencies, reportedly holds 5 bitcoins valued at roughly $250,000. Also, at some point, Senator Toomey disclosed investments of up to mere $30,000 in Bitcoin and Ethereum through Grayscale trusts, but notably in June 2021, he has taken a role advising Coinbase. So I'm guessing that's going to be much more lucrative for him than some $30,000 invested in Bitcoin. Anyway, this is it for episode 106 of your beloved Trusted Newsreel. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on our social media, in our community on Telegram, and most importantly, in the next video. Peace.